Right.
So I wanted that to be a part of this conversation, boundaries. So I think that's a topic of like our society now is like boundaries. What is that? What does it look like? What the hell is a boundary? Because I'm just learning that like yesterday. Hi, I am your host, Lyanette Talley, and you are listening to Virago 24/7. Virago is Latin for female warrior, and 24/7 is for all day, every day. Virago 24/7 is a weekly podcast that brings diverse women together to talk about life and our experiences in this world. We share our views on self-love, mental health, marriage, children, friendships, and really anything that needs to be talked about. Here, you will find everyday growth, everyday healing with everyday warriors. Just give me my space to move. 'Cause it's my thoughts, what I want, and I want what I want. Because before, like when we were talking about being a people pleaser, I think all the three of us kind of have that in us. I don't anymore. I can say no very easily now. But before, I would never say no to something. I would do things not wanting to hurt someone's feelings. And Philip, my husband, is the one that's taught, because he doesn't give a shit. He'll say, ever since I've known him, no is no. Yeah, if he's doing something, it's because he wants to be there. If he doesn't want to do something, he doesn't do it. And I was like, man, that's so cool that but I'm on my own person. And so he's like, I'm not doing it, but you can do it. And I'm like, but I don't want to. He's like, why are you? So it's like this thing where you have to reprogram how you think. And then the first time you do it, you realize, okay, that wasn't so bad. The person's not pissed off at me. And then you do it again. It's like, okay, that was safe. And the people that have issue with it, they're not around anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like they weren't meant to be around. If my no caused so much, heartache in you, then I don't know what to tell you.
The way I look at it is, and this is something I really truly just learned. I just learned it last year. I teach people how to treat me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was teaching people to walk all over me because I had no boundaries. I never learned to have boundaries. I didn't know what that word meant. I let people go in and out of my life. Literally. Someone could just show up at my door while I'm cooking dinner, come right in. Someone could come into the bathroom, in the bathroom while I'm taking a shower. Oh. And yes, I'm having a party.
That's a real story?
It's a real story.
Oh, okay.
It's a real story. And,
they came up to your wait. You were in the shower and they came into your house, up into your bedroom, into their shower?
Yes. Well, they didn't come in my shower.
Well, in the bathroom.
They came in the bathroom. And the person that I am, because I'm jokey, they came into the bathroom and they're like, Shiney, I go, the water's warm, come on in.
I would never.
What am I supposed to say?
Who does something like that?
The people that I have in my life feel that comfortable with me.
No, even as really, close as
just
I feel so close to you, Shiney, and I feel so close to you, Jenna. And I go to Jenna's house, and sometimes I don't knock because she's expecting me most of the time. I just walk in. But I would never, yell, hey, Jenna! Or one of the kids, I'm like, where's your mom? I would never dare start walking. I just stay in the kitchen. I walk in and I sit there and I'm like, but I feel comfortable enough to walk around her house and open drawers, but I would never. That's so interesting.
It is interesting, isn't it?
But you allowed it.
Well, I didn't.
You did not allow it.
I didn't.
Yeah. Lack of boundaries.
I didn't know.
Well, when they didn't know.
They didn't know either.
They didn't know.
This was their life. People in my life, the friends that I had, they were just that free with me. They would just really come right in. Come and knock on my door. Actually, don't knock on my door.
That was
my shower's waiting for you.
Oh my gosh! And you were all bucket naked.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
So, and you know the story I told you where I had a faux date night, no kids around.
Yeah.
Someone shows up and they bring their dinner with them. And they just join us for dinner and have dinner at my house too.
And you said nothing. You were like, hey, this is date night with my husband.
No, I said that, but I didn't say it like that. So let me tell you, I will never kick anyone out of my house, ever. It's not how I am.
I'm coming over. I'm coming over to your house.
And people who know me well know that there's food at my house.
Okay, please, with me, if I ever come and inconvenience your life, please say something.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm learning now. So now I've learned boundaries. I know what it means. You teach people how to treat you. So, I've done some cutbacks.
So what would you do differently now that you know boundaries? If someone's coming to your bathroom while you're in the shower, let's play the scenario. What would you say now?
So during the pandemic, I went to Home Depot and I got locks for all the doors.
Oh, you didn't have locks?
No, nothing had locks.
Okay, first of all, do you really need a lock for someone you don't need to lock anything.
Lyanette's like, I could have saved you a trip to Home Depot. You just tell that person. Don't knock on the store again.
What the hell are you doing here? I'm in the shower. Like, how did you get into my home?
She's like, I got out, I got dressed, I went to Home Depot, I hired
and I got locks. Well, that's good. That's one way of doing things.
She was working towards boundaries then.
Hey, baby steps.
Yes.
She said, I got a lock for my door. And wow.
But you know what?
Baby steps.
You did it.
Yeah.
And it was baby steps. And sometimes.
So now she can't come in.
But sometimes it's easier to put
people.
Sometimes I think it's easier for you to do that without verbiage, without you having to say it, because it was hard enough for you to do it.
Yes.
You know?
And let me say, the people that have come, and this person, I'm saying, I love this person.
Yeah.
This person was very anxious, and I was having a party, and there was people downstairs, and she was nervous. And so, like I said, I have empathy towards that.
I'm just envisioning this, and I'm crying on the inside. This is hilarious.
But like I said, I wasn't mad.
She was so anxious that she...
I wasn't mad, but I'm just saying that this is an example.
Yes,
that people feel very
comfortable,
extremely comfortable with me.
Yes,
my body is open,
free for all.
Everybody.
Oh wow.
So anyways, I've learned that, and but the negatives are I have been hurt a lot because people tend to take advantage of me too, because if they know, like, oh, Shiney's good at such and such, she'll do it.
Like bringing gifts and cooking meals.
Yeah.
Adding extra children to childcare.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, my gosh, that's a whole story.
Yeah. Women, the thing is, I'm all about moms supporting moms.
Would you like to share that story? That's a great one about boundaries.
Which one?
The one with the pool and the little boy in our neighborhood, and the mom asked you to bring him, and you're learning boundaries, so you set some boundaries, and she was not happy about that.
Yes, I'd love to.
Yeah, let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
I have seen you evolve, because when I met you, I'm like, this chick says yes to everything. And like everything. Oh, yeah, I'm doing this because so-and-so asked me, or I'm doing this. And I'm like, why are you doing all that? And I remember asking you, well, because they asked me and la, 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 la. And I'm like, I'm exhausted just watching you do all these things. Like, I'm bringing a basket to this neighbor, and I'm making the gifts for the teachers. And
haven't you been there, though, before, where you've kept yourself so busy?
No. I'm thinking back on... Maybe I wasn't not a people. I don't think I was always like a true people pleaser then, because I don't.
You don't struggle with that.
No,
I do. I can identify with you.
I can identify with you too.
Mm-hmm.
I really like you.
Oh, I like you too. We inspire each other.
I don't need to keep myself.
And the growth is going to to continue.
Okay. Lady in the pool, neighborhood friend.
Okay. Yes.
Who was a friend for a while.
Yes, friend for years, yes. And the thing is, like I said, I'm an empath, if that's not obvious. If people know about empaths, there are 3 different types. The most dangerous is the highly destructive one. That's me.
Oh.
Did you know that?
No.
Yeah.
What are the other ones?
There's I'll have to I don't have that book with me today.
We'll Google that one.
But there are 3 different types of empaths. one of them is totally fine because she's adjusted and she's balanced and she gives empathy.
Oh, that's me.
In a balanced way. I am definitely working in that direction. Okay. When I say highly destructive,
okay, I found it. Okay, there's
there
three
you go.
main types of empaths. There's
there you go.
physical empaths. You're especially attuned to others' physical symptoms and tend to absorb them into your body. Oh yeah, no, that's not me.
Okay.
Then there's emotional empath. You mainly pick up other people's emotions and become a sponge up for their feelings, both happy and sad. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I could feel that one. And then the other one is intuitive empath. You experience extraordinary perceptions such as heightened intuition, telepathy, messages in dreams, animals, and plant communication.
You may be on a different one, but there's different ones. So there's when I say,
and then there's a whole thing under that one.
Yeah. So I've really gone into this. When I say destructible, meaning I attract highly narcissistic people in general.
Yeah.
I don't, in general. And when I mean by that is very selfish people. Mm-hmm. I tend to attract people who are takers.
Yeah.
Because I'm
a giver.
A giver, mm-hmm. With no expectations in return. Because that's also like a motto of mine. Because when I give,
takers are attractive to you because you like to give,
right? And my motto is not like I give and I expect something back. I don't keep tabs. I don't believe in that. Mm-hmm. I believe in whatever you give out to the world will come back to you tenfold. I believe. I just feel I'm a joyful giver. So. That's just the way I am. And then they would just take and take and take and take. And when I wouldn't give to them, so that's why this story relates to it. When I don't give to them, so it could be childcare, it could be a meal when they're sick, they've moved, something's happened.
Didn't you have a friend get upset with you because she was sick and you didn't bring her a meal?
Right.
She was very, very offended.
Yes, she was upset. So, yeah, she got mad at me.
Someone expected you to
so then it becomes an expectation.
Because that's what she does. And so it's like, well, you bring other people meals. What about me?
So, yes.
Which is
saying, I'm so glad you're here with us
I
now.
know. I'm so glad you've come to the dark side.
So I was going to say something about that too. So like I love to give and I really truly have the joy of giving. I love it so much that it makes me so happy.
Expecting it. Mm-hmm.
But God, and this is another thing, God places that person on my heart. And I really mean that. It's when I say an empath, like I'm a very intuitive, that person is placed on my heart and I don't get satisfaction until it's done. Mm-hmm. Like it will bother me.
That's beautiful. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like as if it's like, Lyanette needs her birthday gift. Why hasn't Etsy brought it yet?
Mm-hmm.
This is exactly what she's going to get. This is what I want. This is what makes me happy. I thought about this. And that's like a birthday gift. Or say someone was sick and it's some rando. It doesn't even have to be somebody close to me, but they came to my mind. God placed them on my heart and it will continuously come back until I've done it.
So, so this friend, you said no.
So
take her son to the pool.
So initially I had offered to take offered to take her son to the pool to an ice cream party with my kids, to join my kids, and I was happy to do that. Then she changed the plan and added another kid because she said that she wanted to help this mom who was having surgery and take on her kid. And so I thought to myself, why do I want to add, 4 children on my plate, especially in a pool.
One you don't even know.
No, one I don't know. And it's a pool situation. I think the pools are something we should be cautious about. So I said kindly, it would be in my best interest not to, that we do it this another day and I thought she has now 2 people for her kid to play with. So I thought it'd be okay. She didn't take no for an answer. Mm-hmm. So she basically, coaxed me in every kind of way for me to do it. And then I thought to myself, okay, you know what, this is too much. I will just do it, get this over with, and then I'm done. I'm like, I'm officially done. This is my last thing I'm doing for her, and I'm done. And then
something else happened.
Something else happened that triggered her to be upset. She got upset about me not inviting her to something.
To hang out, just
yeah, and she...
And then she texted me. I'm an innocent party, damn it. Your friend Shiney is a liar, and she is the worst, pretty much the worst person ever. And this goes back to reputation.
Yes.
Like, her texting me is not going to ruin your reputation because I know who you are. And I'm just like, what? First of all, what? I'm not the problem. Like, you should have this conversation with Shiney directly. Why are you involving a third party? Red flag number one, that is very immature when you bring someone in who's not even I was just hanging out. And I'm like, what the hell is happening? And she made it seem like you were like the worst person ever. And all because, and then she threw back the whole pool thing, right? Mm-hmm. Like she didn't want to take my child. And it's like,
she didn't like the way
what is wrong with people and their entitlement? Oh,
it's because I said no.
Yes. And all because you said no.
Right. And then I thought to myself, it's because I've always said yes. Yep. And then I say no. Mm-hmm. And then that really upset her. So.
And Shiney, are you still alive?
I made it.
Okay, good. Because I think some people think I will die if I say no. If this person's pissed at me, it's my life is over. No, it's not. And guess what? She moved away to another state. So we're like, you know what I'm saying? Like the world does not fall apart because we say no to someone and they get pissed. Okay, that's not my problem. That's a you problem. You need to figure that shit out over there because you're triggered by something that has nothing to do with me. Well, and you are putting it on me, but it's not me. It's
I also realize that's another amazing thing of self-awareness I've realized is that when people like that come into my life and I've always treated them really well.
Yeah.
And then they do this kind of chaos and then they make this. And then they make all these problems and then they choose to leave because they're so mad.
Yeah.
They leave me. And then I feel lighter. I'm like, oh, so they were just holding me down.
Mm-hmm. Oh, of course. And the crazy thing is,
they were like weighing me down.
You were a big girl and you wanted to talk face to face.
Yes, I
did.
And
guess what? This person, people like to hide behind their phones and their computers. Mm-hmm. And I will text all this shit all day long and send it to you. But have the courage to say it to that person's face. And you wanted to talk face to face.
Yes,
and
I actually walked over there.
And she ignored you. So it's like, okay, you're gonna be big and bad using your words. Like when I say things, and if someone confronts me, I need to be ready to have that conversation to that person's face. And that's all. I'm all about that. So if I ever say anything to anybody and you want to talk about it, I'm ready.
Mm-hmm. Well,
otherwise I don't say it.
Well, that's why I went over to her because I didn't. When she called me a liar, I knew I needed to talk to her face to face because 100% I didn't lie about anything.
And cowards.
We were just discussing that this morning. Mm-hmm. Remember when I said to you, I finally can realize why certain people can't be around me.
Yes.
It has nothing to do with me. It's because I too am an empath and I'm very highly intuitive. Mm-hmm. I can feel a lie, I can see a lie, I can smell a damn lie.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
So those people don't feel comfortable around me because I don't fake things well. Mm-hmm. I'll ask questions. And like
you'll call someone out.
If I say something, bring it. Because I don't, and I've said a couple of things on your podcast that I've listened to. I'm like, gosh, that doesn't represent me well. Mm-hmm. But you can get caught in the moment and things can be heard differently than what I intended them to be. But the bottom line is people who know me.
Yeah.
Can't ruin a reputation.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to say what I say and I'm going to stand behind it. Mm-hmm. You can disagree with me.
Oh, of
and
course.
that is completely fine.
Of course.
But don't come and tell me I'm a liar. Mm-hmm. Because once you do that, I'm going to have to be around you. Like you marched your ass right into her door like, ding, ding, ding. Mm-hmm. You're calling me a liar? Mm-hmm. Liars don't go and knock on the door.
No.
They go the other way. They move out of town. And you know what happens? Karma comes into play.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
And I love watching that little bitch work.
Oh, gosh. Karma's a little bitch.
In my world right now, I'm like, come on, bring that little bitch out. Do some work.
Oh, my goodness.
Shiny.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize Carl is a bitch, but I guess she is.
But
right?
it is because
No, I'm kidding.
if you're in the place of getting that karma, you've really done something that is deserving of it. And it's so much better to let them get to there on their own, which is what karma is to me.
Yeah.
And me not give that energy. Let karma do it.
Yeah.
You know, I can see now you can't be around me because you're not good with yourself. It has nothing to do with you, Shiny. It has nothing
because
to do
it's like,
with me.
you know, I will see you if you come up in front of me. Like, I see you. And these people know that.
Yeah. So I think when you're confident and, you know, you're putting your boundaries down with all these wonderful things you've learned and you're sharing, and I'm learning and sharing, you start to see who respects them, you know, or sees them as intimidating.
Would you have done that before, Shiny? Like, would you have walked to her house and confronted her maybe like, say, 2-3 years ago?
No,
or
that's
is it more a self-confidence thing?
That's one thing I would have done because I would always do, because that's a really big pet peeve of mine. That I really don't like it when someone has a problem with me and they talk behind my back.
Yes.
That's a pet peeve.
Yeah.
If someone has a problem with me and they're my friend, right? Because we were friends.
Yeah.
I consider we were friends for years.
Hurtful.
Yeah.
So regardless of whatever I did, no matter how big or small, for me, a friendship, a true friendship, we can work anything out.
Yeah.
So I felt whatever it was, we could talk face to face and we could talk about it. And I deserve the chance to, if I do anything, that I can rectify it.
Yeah.
We can solve it. We can figure it out. But I did know that what I was being accused of was false, and it was all misunderstandings, and it was assumptions.
Yes.
And, you know, all she had to do was really ask me. And I think that upset me too, because nothing was asked. Everything was assumed. And then immediately went from, calling names.
I mean, she was tearing
really
your character apart. I was shocked by what she was sending me.
I know.
Who had nothing to do with it.
It was extremely hurtful.
She was like trashing your character. And that is my pet peeve, because I know people that do that. And instead of just focusing on, I'm upset about this situation, once you start trashing someone's character over one little misunderstanding, that triggers me, because I've been around, I kind of grew up with someone who did that. And I'm like, no, can we just talk about the situation? Do I have to be all these horrible trash things just over one miscommunication? And yeah, and so when she did that, I was blown away, and I didn't think anything less of you. I was just more thought of her like, why are you bringing me into this? And why are you trashing her character over something where you've been friends with her all these years? So
that was the biggest learning lesson.
It's a blessing
is that
when people just see their way out.
Yeah, you know, when Maya Angelou says, when people show you who they are, believe them. Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, she showed me, and I learned a really big lesson, because I think I was a really good friend to her. So. But it's okay.
It's okay. And that's just one example. And I wanted you to talk about that, because that's just one example of when you finally set a boundary, because obviously before that, there were no boundaries.
No.
Because all of a sudden you say no, or you put your foot down, and oh my gosh, it's like World War III up in here. And Shiny is the worst person on this planet, because she said no to me. Gosh damn it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And was ready to go at war with
And
me.
this is why people are afraid of boundaries, because they're afraid of these reactions. And I say to that, who gives a shit? Set them anyways. Set them anyways.
I think your true friends, which obviously this wasn't true, your real friends will love you and accept you and care for you just as you are, with, and that's unconditional love.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much for listening to Virago 24/7. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and please give us 5-star ratings. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Virago24_7 and on Facebook at Virago24/7, and just connect with us and share your story. We'd love to hear from you.